Hey, how's it going? It's Keith Townsend from the CTOadvisor.com. And a familiar face on the Daily Dose, Justin Warren. Justin, we were just at NetApp Insight, was it? No.
No, it's
There's so many. Commvault Go. All these backup companies or data protection companies is great.
All the data.
All the data. So speaking of all the data, we're in Vegas yet again. This is like my 8th or 9th time in Vegas this year. What about you?
I think I'm only up to about 3 or 4. I've been pretty sanguine about not coming here very often.
Well, seeing that you live on the other side of the world,
it is far.
It is far.
Yes.
For those few people in the world that don't know what AWS reInvent is, what is it?
This is AWS, or Amazon Web Services, or Amazon. So the part of Amazon that actually makes money. This is their annual conference.
I like that. The part that makes money.
Yeah.
And me and Chris Evans were just talking about how we're walking the halls, typically at these Vegas enterprise type conferences. You know, it's like an old family reunion. We see dozens of people that we know. I haven't personally run into many people that I know yet. And it amazes me that, you know, I knew it, but there's a whole world of IT outside of IT infrastructure.
Yes, there is.
And
lots of it.
This conference is about like all of that stuff that isn't cables, storage disk, actual, you know, physical disk. You know, kids back in my day, there used to be these things called SSDs, and we stored data on them physically and put them in servers.
Yeah.
What are you looking forward to seeing this week at the show?
This is my first time at reInvent, so I'm looking to see how it differs from other conferences. I think I'm just trying to find what the vibe is like. I'm expecting it to be a lot more developer-centric.
Right.
I'm expecting it to be far more focused on applications and data management, maybe. But we are seeing a few of the companies sort of bleed across from the sort of the VMware side of things. VMware on AWS is a thing now.
Yep.
So a lot of the infrastructure folks, Rubrik had ads at the airport. So, and again, there's a lot of our friends from other conferences are here.
Yep, Cohesively, I just ran into Chris Wall, Andrew Miller. So there's other people here. There's bleed over. What I'm looking forward to those things too, seeing, you know, what's driving the conversation outside of IT infrastructure. What's the appeal? What brought people to the show? You know, I know what brings people to VMworld and those shows, but what brought them here? I'm sure there are similar things, but just things that I don't have a keen awareness of.
Yeah. And I think I'm only going to be able to get a bit of a touch of that because, again, it's like 4 different hotels, casino things here. There's a campus. So I just walked from one end of it to this one, and it took me 40 minutes.
Were you at the MGM?
Yeah.
Oh God, that is a long walk.
Wanted to find out how long it was. There was a big queue for the shuttles. So going, you know, if
you figure I'll just walk.
Well, AWS just needs to spin up a few more instances to be able to cope with the workload, then we should be okay.
Elastic shuttles.
Yeah. So we'll have to see how that actually works here in physical land, here in the physical world.
So that is an interesting point. Scale of the conference. Last year was around 32 to 35,000 people. This year, roughly about 10,000 people more. 10,000 people is a nice size. That's Dell EMC World.
That's a big conference all by itself.
Right. So again, I'm looking forward to. We commented on how some people are attending serverless shows. They're attending building applications using containers. ARIA, the ARIA campus is nothing but containers.
Yeah.
So it is going to be a crazy week. So for people that want to follow you and follow your output from the show,
my musings,
your musings, where can they find you?
Well, you can find me on Twitter at JP Warren. I also contribute to Forbes, so pop along to Forbes.com and you'll be able to find some of my writing there. And I write for CRN in Australia occasionally. So if you go and have a look at crn.com.au, there's some of my stuff there.
All right, and you'll be able to follow both me and Justin this week on thecube.net, where we'll be supporting the SiliconANGLE team, doing some co-hosting for them, talking to executives from various vendors and AWS executives from the show floor. Until then, you can follow me on the web at CTO Advisor and then the blog, thectoadvisor.com. Talk to you next CTO Daily Dose.